Good morning. These are our daily lectionary readings for Tuesday, May 9th, 2023. Psalm 102, verses 1 through 17, once again, is going to be our psalm reading. Our Old Testament reading today comes from the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verses 5 through 12. And our New Testament reading, we're continuing in the book of Acts, Acts chapter 7, verses 44 through 56. Today we'll be reading out of the Message. Let us listen in, starting with our psalm reading. Psalm 102. God, listen. Listen to my prayers. Listen to the pain in my cries. Don't turn your back on me. Just when I needed you so desperately. Pay attention. This is a cry for help. And hurry. This can't wait. I'm wasting away to nothing. I'm burning up with fever. I'm a ghost of my former self, half consumed already by terminal illness. My jaws ache from gritting my teeth. I'm nothing but skin and bones. I'm like a buzzard in the desert, a crow perched on the rubble. Insomniac, I twitter away, mourning as a sparrow in the gutter. All day long, my enemies taunt me. With others, just curse. They bring in meals, casserole of ashes. I draw drink from a barrel of my tears. And all because of your furious anger. You swept me up and threw me out. There's nothing left of me. A withered weed, swept clean from the path. Yet you, God, are sovereign still, always and ever sovereign. You'll get up from your throne to help Zion. It's time for compassionate help. Oh, how your servants love the city's rubble and weep with compassion over its dust. The godless nations will sit up and take notice. See your glory, worship your name. When God rebuilds Zion, when he shows up in all of his glory, when he attends to the prayer of the wretched, he won't dismiss their prayer. Our Old Testament reading comes from the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verses 5 through 12. Trust God from the bottom of your heart. Don't try to figure out everything on your own. Listen for God's voice in everything you do, everywhere you go. He's the one who will keep you on track. Don't assume that you know it all. Run to God. Run from evil. Your body will glow with health. Your very bones will vibrate with life. Honor God with everything you own. Give him the first and the best. Your barns will burst. Your wine vats will brim over. But don't, dear friends, resent God's discipline. Don't sulk under his loving correction. It's the child he loves that God corrects. A father's delight is behind all of this. Our New Testament reading comes from the book of Acts, chapter 7, verses 44 through 56. And all this time, our ancestors had a tent shrine for true worship, made to the exact specification God provided Moses. They had it all with them as they followed Joshua. When God cleared the land of the pagans, it still had it right down to the time of David. David asked God for a permanent place for worship, but Solomon built it. Yet that doesn't mean that the Most High God lives in a building made by carpenters and masons. The prophet Isaiah put it well when he wrote, Heaven is my throne room. I rest my feet on earth. So what kind of house will you build me, says God, where I can get away and relax? I've already built, and I built it. And you continue, so bull-headed, calluses on your hearts, flaps on your ears, deliberately ignoring the Holy Spirit. You're just like your ancestors. Was there ever a prophet who didn't get the same treatment? Your ancestors killed anyone who dared talk about coming of the just one, and you've kept up that family tradition. Traitors and murderers, all of you. You have God's law handed to you by angels, gift wrapped, and you squandered it. At that point, they went wild. A rioting mob of catcalls and whistles and invective. But Stephen, full of the Holy Spirit, hardly noticed. He had his eyes for God, whom he saw in all his glory, was standing at the side, and he said, "Oh, I see heavens wide open, and the Son of Man standing at God's side." And here ends our readings for the day.